Holy plot twist, video game fans. Batman Arkham Asylum came out this year. It's based on a comic book franchise, and it didn't totally suck. It's a 2009 miracle. Now, if you're new to the gaming world, let's just say that comic book games usually don't turn out all that well, so The Dark Knight's award-winning game caught us a bit off guard.
That was unexpected, wasn't it?
However, now that the cape and cowl have blazed the trail for future comic games that aren't complete garbage, we at IGN thought we'd take Spider-Man, a superhero whose games have been subpar to say the least recently, and let Arkham act as a blueprint for the next round of webhead games. This is what Spider-Man can learn from Batman Arkham Asylum.
Hey, Sharpie. Love what you've done with the place. You'll see.
New York City is an awesome place that we'd all love to swing around stopping random crimes, but the fact is that can't be pulled off well in this day and age. Look at Spider-Man 3 and Web of Shadows. There's horrid poppin', the streets look abandoned, and the crimes start repeating really quickly. This doesn't make me feel like Spider-Man, just a dude playing a ho-hum game.
To make sense? Yeah.
Now look at Batman Arkham Asylum. Running around Gotham City sounds great, the Batmobile leaping from rooftop to rooftop, having a massive metropolis at your fingertips. But Rocksteady didn't give us that. Instead, the Dark Knight gets trapped on an island. You can still wander where you want to and wear your gadgets will allow, but it's still just a rock in the middle of nowhere. That might sound lame, but look at the detail in the levels. Think about all the places you went, like Croc's Lair and the Batcave. By limiting the scope of the game, Rocksteady was able to deliver a polished experience that's on most people's short list for Game of the Year. Are you listening, Activision?
You expect these people to fight their way to the other side of Manhattan?
What?
So how do you use this?
Yes, if we have to.
A game based on Christian Bale's tour de force known as The Dark Knight sounds like a great idea, but it didn't happen. Instead, we got a tale called Arkham Asylum that's its own game and universe. Why? Well, movie games often have ridiculous production schedules because they have to ship with the film. They rope developers into incorporating a 2-hour flick into their 6 to 8 hour game, and, quite honestly, a lot of them blow. For some reason, Activision keeps making Spider-Man games this way. I mean, Spider-Man 3 is a terrible movie, so it only makes sense that the game would be Bad News Bears as well. The lazy recap of the story, the nonsensical bosses, and all the crap tacked on to make the movie longer filled fans' hearts with sadness.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride!
Not to mention Venom hanging Sandman's kid from a tree and Sandman just screaming. Lame.
Is he okay?
Now you might be saying, whoa nerd, Web of Shadows wasn't based on a movie. Why'd that one stink? It stunk because those characters were not the ones you've been following for years. Luke Cage can barely put together a cohesive sentence, MJ is ugly as sin, and Spider-Man is a whiny little bitch. A whiny little bitch that tears Wolverine in half at one point. In short, Web of Shadows wasn't true to the established characters. Look at Arkham and listen to the Joker and Batman. Discover their motivations, watch their actions, and marvel at how spot on everyone is in that game. It's a mature comic come to life. Spider-Man games pull punches so that kiddies can get into them, and the product suffers.
MJ can take care of herself just fine.
Trouble than there's worry.
In Spider-Man games, you pound the same few buttons and Pete takes out the bad guys. In Arkham Asylum, you pound the same few buttons and Bruce takes out the bad guys. In Spider-Man games, this is repetitive and boring. In Arkham Asylum, it's awesome. The difference is that Batman is Batman from the beginning. When you start hitting that strike button, Batman glides around beating the hell out of everybody. He looks like the Dark Knight. In most Spider-Man games, you start out with all your cool moves locked. By the time you get to the point of unlocking those moves, you discover that you can just use the same lame, basic combo to beat all your foes. It drains the excitement out of it. In Batman, you have to learn how to counter, string together massive combos, and deal with constantly evolving enemies. In Spider-Man games, you just mash the button until it's over and go back to swinging. The bar is higher than ever for comic games thanks to Batman Arkham Asylum, and that's a good thing. As a fan of this genre, I was getting pretty sick of crappy cash-ins. Now the industry just has to take note of what Rocksteady did right and apply that and evolve it to the heroes we love. Seriously, I'm sick of crappy Spider-Man games. For more cuss words and cutting-edge insight, check out IGN.com.
Bye-bye for now!